What's up, Pokey Sluts? My name is Another Soviet, and I got my very first OU match for you guys. Before we get into this one, I just want to say thumbs up the video if you guys enjoy this battle. And I just want to apologize for no video yesterday. I know I had been promising to be posting a lot more often, but yesterday I had to move a lot of shit. Actually, the day before, so no video for 2 days. But I had to move so much shit up into the apartment that it basically put me out of commission for 2 days, and I still feel kind of bad. But anyways, yeah, this is my first OU match, and I'm not very good at OU matches. But this is going to be a pretty entertaining one. I'm not a huge fan of the OU ladder as it is, but anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this one. And no webcam for this one either. But anyways, I am going to be setting up Stealth Rocks now, because he's obviously not going to stay in. And he brings out his own Heatran, which I'm fine with. I'm just going to roar him out of here, because I know he's going to set up Stealth Rocks of his own. And I end up bringing out his Magneton, which is a very good thing, I think. And I'm just going to end up going for an EQ, because it hits most of his team pretty decently. So, yeah, he's just going to T-Bolt, and that does more than it should due to the Spadef drop there that he got on me the first turn with the Flash Cannon, but it's not a huge deal. I did lead off with Azumarill because I figured he would lead off with the Tran or the Landorus. But anyways, now he brings out Gardevoir, and I'm not quite sure why he would. So I'm just going to bring out my Ferrothorn, I think, to set up some more spikes, and because I have the Gyro Ball, and he's not gonna be able to do anything to me anyway. But he ends up setting up a Calm Mind, which I'm fine with, because Gyro Ball is obviously physical. So I'm just gonna set up spikes because I know he's gonna stay in, and he's not gonna be able to do anything. Plus and unfortunately Focus Blast misses there for him. And in this match, I actually have the most luck I've ever had with hacks. But yeah, since he does have the Focus Blast, I decide to bring out my Azumarill on another Focus Blast, but he ends up missing that again. So as you can see, I do get very lucky, and I'm just gonna go for a knockoff because that should hit him pretty decently. And yeah, like I said before, I doubt he's going to do much to my Azumarill either. But he ends up having Hyper Voice, which is actually kind of a problem. So I just end up going for Aqua Jet to try and take him down. I didn't expect him to have the Hyper Voice, I don't know why. But my Azumarill is going to go down here, which honestly isn't a huge deal. He's got 3 Steel types, but I did get the Magneton out of the way. But still, Azumarill isn't a huge mon for me against his team. But yeah, here I'm just gonna bring out my Gliscor, and I decided to defog. I don't think that was the right play, because I had both of my hazards up, which honestly would have hurt his team more. But I just wanted to clear him, and now I'm just gonna bring out my Thundurus and Revenge Kill, and yeah, I'm just gonna go for HP Ice, I believe, because it hits most of his team pretty well, and I end up going for a superpower, and he switches out into his Heatran, which turns out to be a terrible play on his part, because Heatran obviously cannot take a superpower very well at all. So I'm just going to stay in and go for another superpower on him, because I don't know, a superpower will hit his team very well across the board, even with the attack drop. And I can just switch out my Thunderous should I need to. But yeah, his Lando is definitely going to end up to be a huge problem. So I need to keep my Thunderous around. The Ferrothorn isn't really going to do anything to me, besides maybe setup. So I think I end up bringing out my own Ferrothorn, or no, I end up bringing out my Heatran, pardon me, because that's obviously the safest switch here, and I want to try and set up my own rocks again, because I know he's obviously going to set up his spikes. And yeah, I really like rocks against this team. Unfortunately, he brings out the Gardevoir on the spike setup, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna EQ, I think, because it should hit his team fairly well. I don't think the Fire Blast is worth it. It's only wow, I'm dumb. I forgot that I actually did end up going for a Fire Blast. Predicting maybe a switch into Starmie, but Starmie is Water Psychic, so I don't know why I did that. But anyways, now I think my best play is to just bring out the Ferrothorn and set up spikes again, because my Ferrothorn isn't very scared of what he has to do. Or I can go into Sableye and try and Shadow Ball this thing. Excuse me. But yeah, it sucks that my Gliscor went down that easy. He would have been very useful here. But yeah, I'm just gonna bring out my Ferrothorn, because my Ferrothorn will take anything, and he ends up missing Hydro Pump here, which really sucks for him. He's missed so much, but that's kind of what you get when you decide to go with that many inaccurate moves. You know, when you decide to go with Focus Blast and Hydro Pump, you definitely shouldn't expect to hit all your moves. But yeah, I'm just going to set up spikes here. And he ends up bringing out his own Ferrothorn. Maybe expecting a grass move of some sort. And for some stupid reason, I click Leech Seed, which obviously Ferrothorn is immune to. And he gets a T-Wave off on my Ferrothorn, which sucks. But it's not that big of a deal. He ends up setting up more spikes. But my Heatran is free to come in, so I'm just going to bring him in. He's definitely a safe switch in for the Ferrothorn. And he's just going to keep going for the setup with spikes. So now I'm just going to keep EQing, I think, because, cancel that. I'm going to Roar. And he ends up getting a Paralyze off on my Tran, which kind of sucks, but I have double hazards up, so I'm pretty free to roar things around. But I end up bringing out his Starmie, as you can see, and my Heatran doesn't really want to deal with the Starmie, but my Tran is paralyzed, so he isn't going to do much. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. I had a yawn that I couldn't control, obviously. But yeah, I'm just going to EQ because I expected to maybe live a Hydro, but as you can see, that didn't work out very well. Plus, I was kind of expecting his Hydro Pump to miss again, but yeah, obviously that did not work out very well. So I'm just gonna go out into my Thunderous and Revenge Kill. Actually, scratch that. I'm gonna bring out my Sableye, I believe, and just try and Shadow Ball this thing, cause this thing isn't gonna do too much, I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it can honestly do a lot with the Hydro, but I'm just gonna go for a Recover and expect to live one Hydro Pump. But yeah, he ends up bringing me down to 12%, and he's gonna be faster, so that ends up not working out well in my favor. I just go for another Recover, but I'm not gonna live another Hydro Pump, so I just decided to bring out my Thunderous and go for a knockoff. I probably should have done that in the first place, but I done fucked up, guys. So yeah, here I'm just gonna go for a knockoff because it's a pretty safe play. I'd like to knock off anything he may have, and he ends up being Rocky Helmet Ferrothorn, which really sucks because my Thunderous takes unnecessary damage, but the knockoff got rid of it, obviously, so at least I got rid of it. But yeah, that makes me lose 30% health in itself with Iron Barbs, plus the Rocky Helmet and the Life Orb damage. So yeah, I'm actually gonna end up losing it because of that, I think. Thunderous definitely could have dealt with Landorus with an HP Ice had he been full health, but he ends up bringing out Ferrothorn. So I just decide to stay in and go for another superpower. I know a superpower should knock it out from here, or an HP Ice, which would KO the Thunderous should he decide to switch in. But the HP Ice actually ends up not KOing the Ferrothorn, which for some reason I thought it would. So yeah, that's the basis for why I lost the match. I definitely should have gone for a superpower there. So yeah, like I've said before, hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes, and that was definitely my biggest mistake. The Rocky Helmet instead of Leftovers would have been very useful on my Ferrothorn, my Medusa, but oh well. I do have it on my other, my next OU team, which I will be using fairly soon. I don't have many OU matches, obviously, this is the first one. But anyways, guys, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Comment down below if you have any feedback. I would love to hear from you guys, my fans, because you're the whole reason why I'm doing this. And yeah, subscribe to stay up to date with all my latest Pokemon content. I post Pokemon videos regularly. I live stream as well. And yeah, my name is Another Soviet. Peace out, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed.